Welcome this evening to our weekly Zoom meeting for our SEND team. And I'm so excited to be introducing my mentor and my friend, Erica Berejnoi. She is a wonderful leader in this business, and it took her a little while to get invested in the business. But once she did, she realized this was going to be her tool, her key to achieving financial freedom so she could do what she loves the most in life. So I'm going to just let her go and tell you what that means to her and how you can achieve financial freedom and help other people and personally grow through this business.
Thank you so much, Whitney. And I also want to thank you for being an example of perseverance. You're a friend, you're a team member, and with you, we are making this business grow. So thank you so much for everything that you do for us. And also, thank you everybody for being here tonight, and also the people who are watching the video. I want to remind you that the person who invited you because they saw something in you. So I want to thank you for being present tonight and for giving yourself the opportunity of being here. So before talking about the business, let me share my screen. Socio-Economic networkers is an industry in network marketing. And what we do here is special because we pursue our dreams. I want to share with you why and how I started here. Like many young people, many millennials, I was looking for a way to be financially free. I don't like working for people. I don't want to work for somebody else. And I'm a graduate student right now. And last year, I was halfway through my program. And I had a big awakening moment when I realized that in 2 years, my fairy tale was going to end. I needed to either work for somebody or be financially free. So many of us work for somebody or are looking for ways to generate a second income. So I was in that position. So if you are here today, there is a reason for that. And when this opportunity came to me, I realized that it wasn't a coincidence. It came to my life because I was looking for a change. I needed something urgently to change my life because I was committed to not working for somebody else. I knew I wanted to be a writer. There is nothing else that makes me so passionate about as writing. But I needed to have an income that would be coming to me every month. And like me, I'm sure that most of you have a dream in your mind. Oftentimes, we cannot achieve it because we don't have time, we may not have money, we may not have the opportunity and the resources to achieve that dream. So when this opportunity came, it was through my mom. Last year, I had seen her working in the projects for 3 years, and throughout our life, she worked in 2 jobs because we wanted to be able to have a different lifestyle, a more comfortable lifestyle. But with that, I didn't have time to see her. She didn't have time for our family. She didn't have time to do the things that she enjoyed. And then she started working in the project, Socio-Economic Networkers, or SEN in short. And I saw an interesting change in her. By working 1 to 2 hours a day, gradually the income in SEN started to increase until it reached a point that it was the same as one of her jobs. And she quit one of her jobs. So with that, she had more time at home, more time to do the things that she wanted, and she had an increasing income. And I saw her happy. And there was nothing else in my heart that made me so happy to see her, that she was happy, that she was fulfilled. So this told me, I have to pay attention to what my mom is doing because it's something that may be important in my life. So she introduced the project to me, and she shared that the project is based in 3 pillars. We are committed to personal growth, social contribution, and financial freedom. What does that mean? Financial freedom is a moment where money isn't the concern anymore. And once you have the financial resources that you need, then you can do other things in your life, other dreams that you have. We don't have to work the usual 9 to 5 schedule to pay our bills, but we can do greater things. because we have the resources for that. So that's what we are doing here, working in teams to achieve the dreams that we have. And we are never alone. So my mom explained to me that network marketing came through a process of social economic transitions. If we notice, the way that we generate income today is different from the way that we generated income before, the way that our parents and grandparents generated income. And if we remember in school, they taught us that before the Industrial Revolution, we lived in the agricultural era. That's when people had land. And the more land we had, also the more financial resources we had. That meant we were wealthy. What happened in the first and second Industrial Revolution? That's when universities were created and people started to go to school to train in a specific profession. And now, with more jobs and with more degrees, we had more money coming into us, more opportunities. And that changed with the third revolution, the internet. And that happened in the 1990s. What happened during that decade? There was a global population growth, an explosion of people. With more people in the world, we have more people going to universities and more competition. And if we have more competition, salaries will decline because we have so many people who want to get the same job. And that we are living that today. That has even further with the fourth revolution, which is the artificial intelligence. And now we see that robots and technology are taking over jobs that humans do. That's why now having a job isn't a permanent thing. We know that jobs rotate. And it's harder and harder to get traditional jobs. We are in the era of connectivity today, where we are able to have jobs that in the past we never imagined. So with my team, this is our job. This is what we are doing. We are talking, I don't know where each one of you is, but we can connect with people from all over the world using the internet. This is an alternative way of generating income. And most of us started this because we ask ourselves the following questions. Are our family's finances secure? And I want you to ask these questions to yourself, because we are living a time of change where finding stability in jobs is not secure anymore. So ask yourself, are your family's finances secure? Do you know how to thrive economically over the next 5 to 10 years? When my mom asked me this question last year, I had no idea. I didn't even know how I was going to thrive economically over the next 2 years. So 5 to 10 years was out of the question because I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. There was nothing out there that attracted me. I only knew that I wanted to be financially free and I wanted to write. How I was going to do it, I didn't know. Are you prepared to face the future? Many people are afraid of this question because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So we prefer to avoid this question. But now it's important that we ask ourselves strategically and critically, am I prepared to face the future? Economists are telling us today that it's important that we start today to generate a residual income, to look for different ways to generate a residual income. Because by the time that we reach 60, and this is the fourth question, are you able to retire at age 60? We won't be able to do that because retirement funds are declining all over the world. I don't know in what country you are, but go check in your country. What is the retirement fund? What is the retirement amount in your particular country, in the particular year? For example, in Bolivia, where I'm from, 3 years ago, the retirement fund was 10% of the salary. 3 years later, it's only 10%. So in a few years later, retirement funds won't exist. So ask yourself now and start thinking critically about your future. And when you see that an opportunity like this presents to you, you need to take it seriously because it may be an opportunity to generate a residual income, which is a really cool thing of network marketing. And now let me explain how network marketing differs from the traditional model that we already know. We have a product that comes out of the factory, and then the product goes through a series of intermediaries. And those intermediaries will increase the price of the product. And then the consumer buys the product, benefits from it, but they don't get any financial benefit. Let me give you an example. I buy this really nice dress, I like it, I benefit from it, but I don't have any monetary benefit. With the distribution model of the 21st century, we are able to benefit because a series of intermediaries, as we see on the right, disappears. And now the entrepreneur or consumer is the one who benefits from this portion in the pie. The factory still takes 36%. Nothing has changed. The only thing that changes is who gets the money. And we humans are social creatures and marketers by nature. When we like something, we share it with our friends. For example, if we go to a restaurant and we like it, we will tell our friends, hey, you should go to, I don't know, Olive Garden here in the US. I really like Olive Garden, so you should go there. And our friends will go because they trust us. So there is no better marketing than person-to-person marketing. And in network marketing, we are taking advantage of that, using person-to-person marketing. And how do we benefit from this model? Let me tell you something to understand what we do here. Here, in our traditional world, in the traditional job sector, we are used to killing ourselves working. We overwork. And we have the mentality that work has to be hard, that we have to struggle, that we have to suffer. But things shouldn't be that way. Network marketing shows us that there is a different way to live life. This awakens us. Let me explain to you how we are killing ourselves with linear income. To retire, we work between 30 to 40 years, if not more. Now we see that people who retire today, they don't have enough money, so they have to continue working. We have a fixed schedule. We work 8 to 12 hours daily, and some people even more. And then we have a limited income because the day has 24 hours. And if we work for somebody else, we may have a fixed salary, so it doesn't matter how many hours we work. The salary is fixed. Or if we work by commission, we cannot work more than 24 hours a day. So it's limited. There is a different way to generate income and to enjoy life. And that's why the motto of Zen is live life different, because we are indeed living life different and changing millions of families all over the world. And we do that through residual income. Many of you may not have heard of residual income, so I want to give you an example of what it is. Residual income is what artists, writers, inventors earn, and today, network marketers. I'm going to put Whitney on the spot for a moment. Whitney, can you unmute your microphone? Who is your favorite musician?
My favorite musician currently is Dua Lipa.
Oh, I love Dua Lipa. Thank you. Okay, you can mute your microphone now. Okay, let's give the example with Dua Lipa. She earns a residual income. She records her album one time. I don't remember what was her last album, but it's the last album. She recorded the last album only one time. She didn't need to do it more. But by doing a job well done, she will earn from that album for the rest of her life. And for each album that is sold, she's earning $1. Now, $1 may not seem like much, but that is the foundation of her fortune. Why? Whitney likes the album, so she buys it, and then she recommends it to her friends. And then her friends buy it, and then they recommend it to their friends. And the friends recommend it to other friends. And then gradually, we have a global network of consumers of the album of Dua Lipa. And Dua Lipa is earning millions of dollars, not just $1. If she had asked herself, is it worth it to make this album for $1? She would have lost a big opportunity, but she had a vision. We do the same with network marketing. We start with a vision, and that allows us to expand. So network marketers get a residual income that keeps coming even after we die. It will come to our children, our grandchildren, and they will be able to enjoy this. For example, Michael Jackson died, and his family is still receiving that residual income, and it's not going to stop. And we can be financially free by working 2 to 5 years, 1 to 2 hours daily, and our income is unlimited. When my mom showed me this slide, this opened my eyes, and I said, this is what I need, because I'm graduating in 2 years. Time will pass, whether I do this or not. If I don't do it, time will pass and my situation won't change. If I do it, my situation will change because I'm taking action for it. So I also ask yourself, how do you see yourself in 2 years or in 5 years? Do you want to see something different in your situation? Consider the options that you have for that, because you have opportunities. The only thing that matters here is whether you want to see your life different or not. And now we see network marketing expanding. We see more and more companies in network marketing all over the world. There are a few things that we need to consider when we join a network marketing company. First of all is the support. Are they willing to support me and to guide me in this process? So if I sign up, will they leave me after I sign up? We want to have people who will support us in our growth. The other thing is the product. Is the product unique that they are offering? If this is unique, it's worth it. If it's not unique, why join? Because there will be other products in different companies. And third, the compensation plan. Is the company offering a worth it compensation plan that is going to make a difference in my life? For that, we have partnered with an amazing and reputable company, which is For Life Research. For Life Research is part of the Direct Selling Association organization that ranks all the network marketings in the world and is among the top 10 companies in the industry. And it's the #1 industry with a compensation plan. And what makes For Life unique? It has a patent of a molecule called transfer factor. Transfer factor boosts our immune system by up to 437%. And when our immune system is high, our body is stronger for outside bacteria or viruses that will attack us. So we will get sick less, or we won't get sick at all. The products of For Life are backed up by the PDR, the Physicians Reference Desk of the USA. They are super reputable products, and a company that has been growing by more than 150% a year, was founded in 1998. So it has 20 years in the industry, and it hasn't stopped growing any single year. The growth is exponential. And it was founded by David and Bianca Di Zombie, two amazing people who are committed to success, science, and service. They recently came from 3 years of community service in Brazil, and they also have the For Life Foundation that feeds children all over the world. So to me, it makes a big difference to be with people who really care about other people and about the planet, who are willing to give, that for them, money is not everything. For them, success and giving and science are important parts of our lives. And then the CEO is Danny Lee, another expert who has been in the industry for many years. His parents were in the industry of network marketing, and he speaks both English and Spanish. So the Spanish market, where I'm coming from, is really happy to have somebody among the representatives of For Life who cares about not only the English market, but also the Spanish market and the markets all over the world. And For Life has products in 4 multi-billionaire industries. Those industries are healthy anti-aging, weight management, immunology, and energy. And here, the star product of the company is For Life Transfer Factor Plus, this blue one. which boosts your immune system by 437%. And the products are amazing. I came to the business because I knew the products for several years before this. So the person who invited you can tell you about the products, but I'm here to tell you about the business. But before I go into that, as a sustainability advocate, I have to share that all the products of For Life are completely natural. They are natural supplements for anything that you can imagine. They are to prevent, and also to, if you have a condition, they help you along the way. And if you are not aware, most of our personal care products like toothpaste or shampoo or creams have microbeads. Those are microplastics that don't biodegrade in the water and they contaminate our oceans. For Life products are completely natural and don't have any microbeads, so they are also sustainable. And now that we are living in an age of climate change and sustainability advocacy, it's important to look for brands and for companies that support sustainability. So now you may be asking, what is the business about? What we do is switch brands. Instead of buying a random brand that won't pay us, we use a brand from a company that will pay us. That's it. That's simple. We auto-consume and then we connect with people. And how do we generate income quickly? To stay active in the business, we consume 100 points each month. And 100 points is equivalent of 2 little containers of this for the transfer factors. So for you and for another person. That's it. And you are spending about $138 a month to stay active in the business, and you are taking care of your health. So that's what this is about, taking care of your health while you grow your business. So you have your 100 points, and everything that exceeds 100 points will be paid to you, 25%. Let's say 1 month we consume 1,000 points. And we did it because we had people under us who were either consumers or distributors. And that month, we are going to make $250. That's a 25% of 1,000 points, subtracting 100 points of what we need to be active. That's one way to generate income. Another way to generate income quickly is by having new associates. We earn 25% from their first purchase. And here is a list of packs that allow us to save money. Another way to generate income is the builder bonus that has created a big revolution in the industry of network marketing, because it's the first time in the history of the industry that people can earn not only a residual income, but also a fixed bonus. And how do we do this? We consume 100 points for ourselves, for our health, and we have 3 people who want to do the same. They want to have their own business, and they want to take care of themselves. And this is important, we still do what we currently do. We don't have to leave our jobs. We have an extra income. And these 3 people do their 100 points, and our fixed bonus is going to be $50 month after month. And now these 3 people do the same. They get 3 people each. Our fixed income is $200. And then those people do the same. They get 3 people each. Our fixed bonus is going to be $800 in addition to the residual income that I'm going to talk about soon. Everything started with those 3 people. And I asked, is it difficult to get 3 people who want to take care of their health? I don't think it is. And with this, we get a residual income and a fixed bonus. Another amazing thing of For Life is that they send their distributors, qualified distributors, to Great Escape trips all over the world as a thank you for all the work that we are doing. Now comes the interesting thing. Residual income. And that's why we are here. That's why I started in the business. That's why we have Whitney. That's why we have Will. Because we understand the potential of residual income. And I encourage you to read about economy and economists and their recommendations. You will see that they recommend us to look for options to generate a residual income. Network marketing is one way. So how do we do this here? We have 6 people who want to have their own business, who want to be entrepreneurs by investing in their own health. And they consume 250 points in a month. That's the average that people in the US consume. We have 1,500 points from those 6 people. We will get paid 2% from the first 100 points and then 2% from the surplus. Our income is $30 that comes month after month. So now you may be thinking, Erica is crazy if I think that this is a good deal. But I'm not crazy. Because if you remember the case of Dua Lipa, she is earning $1 from every album that is sold. But she had a vision. The same thing here, these $30 are the foundation of our business. And we are doing this job only once. We get those people only once, and that's when our network is going to expand, because those people are going to be bringing other 6 people each. We only did it with 6 people, and they brought other 6 people. We are, as I mentioned before, the business is set up in a way that we contribute to people, community service, social contribution. And we see it even in the compensation plan, because the more we help our downline, the more we earn. That's the power of this particular compensation plan that we have. In our second level, we earn 25%. So we are earning 1,170 points plus $30 from the first level. That's $1,200 coming month after month. I can tell you that in Arizona, for a grad student, this is 2/3 of our income. And this can make a big difference in the life of a person. If you had an extra $1,200 coming to you, you could live so much comfortable. And I don't know, maybe people could pay their rent, they could pay a loan, pay their debts, go on vacation, take a few days of work because they can afford it. It'll make a big difference. And then there is no limit to growth, because once we reach the second or third level, we will get to have people in our organization that we don't even know, and the network is going to continue expanding. So in the third level, when those 36 people get 6 people each, we have 216 people, and then our income is almost $5,000, plus the $1,200 of above is above $6,000. Imagine receiving that every single month. For my team in Bolivia, that will make people rich. And with that, when I reached that level, I don't have to work for anybody else. I don't think anybody needs to work for anybody else, because that gives you the life that probably you want. So there is no way to control our growth. This will keep growing until the infinity. The only thing that stops us is our mentality, how much we want to grow. So there is no limit here. And how do we do this? Who will guide me, and how will I gain the knowledge? That's why SEN is here. We are socio-economic networkers, and we offer the educational system through books, audios, videos that guide us and walk us through step by step. So we are never alone. We are always supported by a team. SEN, Social Economic Networkers, was created by Dr. Herminio Nevares in 2000. We have 18 years in the market, and SEN is the organization that has allowed For Life to expand to more than 120 countries. For Life only has offices in 28 countries. The USA is the headquarters in Utah. Then we have in Bolivia, Ecuador, and in other countries. But the business has expanded way more than that through SEN, through our educational system. So the presentation that you're hearing today, we have it all over the world The only thing that changes is the story, because every person is different, and the language. And we walk you step by step, so you are never alone. And I appreciated this because when I was introduced this project last year through my mom in Bolivia, I was a little afraid. I was thinking, I'm going to be alone when I go back to the US. I don't know how to do this business. I still didn't know people in the US who were doing the project. And then my mom told me, don't worry, Erica. We are going to walk you step by step until you feel ready to do the business yourself, to take your first steps alone. I still have their support. They will never stop supporting me. So the same way, if you're considering doing the project, know that you will have a person and a team supporting you step by step. Now, what are the options to start the business? There are three. One is as a preferred customer. That means that you can get the products at a discounted price. The products are amazing. That's how I started before I knew there was a business. And there is no income, so that's important to have in mind. The second option is a distributor. Some people enjoy selling things, and I like to give this example. In Bolivia, people like to sell everything, even rocks. So if you are those type of people who enjoy selling, we can also teach you how to be the best seller of the 21st century. Remember that a distributor or a seller receives a linear income. The day that we don't sell is the day that we don't earn. And then the third option is the entrepreneur. That's a network marketer. That's a person who receives a residual income. That's what I do. That's what Whitney does, Will, Enrique. And we do it because we understand the potential of residual income. It's something that is going to continue coming. And wouldn't it be beautiful to leave a legacy to your children, to your grandchildren, that they don't have to worry about money because the income is coming? So that's what we do. And basically, we auto-consume and we connect people. It's that easy. And we grow as people. So I want to ask you a question. I want you to take a few seconds to think, what would you do with time, money, and health? What are the dreams that you have? What is that dream that you always had or you currently have that hasn't materialized yet? There is an option for you to be able to make it come true. And there is a team that can support you. So know that there are no limits for anything that we want. The limit is only in our minds. And that's something that I've learned with Zen. It's been a beautiful process of growth for me that it's helping me not only in the business, it's helping me in my PhD program and in my personal life. And it's something that I'm always going to be thankful for because this is more than a business. It's a lifestyle and a way to understand that we can achieve what we want by having a community that is going to support us and by believing in ourselves. So with that, I want to welcome to the socio-economic change, and please reach out to the person who invited you. That person saw something in you. So first of all, thank them for inviting you to this presentation, and then ask them questions because the person who invited you knows more about the business. This is only 10% of what we do. The person who invited you is going to give you the other 90%. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Erica, for giving us such a gorgeous presentation, so passionate and so informative. I was inspired by it the very first time that I heard it. But if you are somebody who's watching this presentation live, or if you are somebody who isn't able to be here live, but you are previewing it on YouTube, communicate with the person who sent this video to you, because like Erica said, we see something in you and we want you to be able to achieve your dreams in life. And last night I heard a really beautiful quote from somebody who's been in the business for a long time. And what they said was, I am a repairman. And the person asked, I thought you were in some sort of business, entrepreneurship. And he said, I repair dreams. And so I help people to repair their broken dreams. And so that was what I felt when I first heard this, and I hope that that's what you hear, because it is something that is achievable, and it's not hard. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. So let's if anybody has any questions, please chime in right now. Otherwise, we're going to end the recording, and again, afterwards, communicate with the person who told you about this awesome presentation. Any questions? I don't think so.
I think we have Patty, or no?
Hi, everybody. Erica, it was a great presentation. I'm proud of you. You have, or you are a great job with Whitney and Whitney with Will. But I'm happy with you girls and guys. And you really have a good job. Congratulations.
Thank you, mom and mentor. Thank you for bringing me to the business.
You're welcome.
I guess I have one quick question, Erica. What is the most important lesson that you have learned on your journey in this business?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Many people don't do the business because they are afraid. They are afraid of what people will think of them. And I was one of them. When my mom introduced me this project, oh, I'm getting emotional now. When my mom introduced me to this project, I was afraid. I liked the project. There was something that was telling me, you have to do it, Erika. But I was afraid because I thought, oh, people will judge me and people won't believe me. And for a year, I decided not, I didn't want to do it because I was so afraid. And I got to a point last summer when I realized the only person who is going to work for my dreams is me, nobody else. And I have the tools, I have the power, I have the opportunity. And with the team, I started to work and to believe in myself. And I went through a deep depression because I was so afraid. And then what took me out of that was the team. And that was such a powerful moment when I felt that a veil had been lifted from my eyes, that I realized that I can do this. It doesn't matter if people judge me. We all will receive judgment in our lives. What matters is that we take that first step, to step out of our comfort zone, to expand it. Because when we do it, there is nothing that will stop us. It doesn't matter if we are afraid. Fear will still be there. What matters is that even though we are afraid, we are courageous and we believe in ourselves, and that we become sources of inspiration for others. And I'm still in that process. There is a lot to go on. And what is important is to believe in ourselves. And I'm so grateful that I have the Zen team because they reminded me of that they were such a supportive community. They lifted me up, took me by the hands, and they walked me through when I didn't think that I was able to do it myself.
That's amazing. And I am really excited to hear that aspect of your story, because that is exactly what you did for me. And I have felt such an amazing change in my life, even in the last month. I really took action and started to make this how I'm going to achieve my dreams. So thank you for sharing and showing that it is a dynamic way of changing your life, and it doesn't have to take forever.
Thank you, Whitney. It means a lot to me to work with you.
Thank you, sweetie. So once again, everybody who is watching, please communicate with the person who shared this with you, and we look forward to sharing more about the business with you.